is the last of the videos, and we'll be doing questions 12, 13, and 14 here. So for question number 12, as you see here, so show a cross between a blue tribble that's not pale and a pale red tribble. How many of their offspring will be pale purple or lavender? So if we were able to do question 11, we should be able to do question 12. It's application of the same concepts. So for number 12, a cross between a blue tribble that's not pale. So since it's blue, the genotype is big B, but it's not pale. And so it's capital D, capital D. If it were pale, then it would have big D, little d. If it were white, it would have two of the recessive D's. Then the other one is a pale red tribble. So first of all, it's pale red, which is big R, and it's pale, so it's big D, little d. If you think about it, pale red is actually it's just pink, actually. So here's that, and we'll just hold on a sec while I fill out the square. So I set up the Punnett square, same as what we've been doing. Foil the terms, and we end up getting BR, big D, and then BR, big D, little d. So all of these here are just going to be regular purple, but then all of these bottom 8 will be a light purple or a lavender. So back to the question, how many of their offspring will be pale purple or lavender? And then that answer would be 50%. So then number 13. So 13 says, two tribbles are crossed to produce the following offspring: 25% green, 25% yellow, 25% blue, and 25% orange. What are the parental genotypes for color? So as you can see here, 25% green, those offspring would have the genotype BY. For the yellow offspring, they would have a genotype of big Y. For the purple offspring, they would have a genotype of BR. For the orange offspring, they would have a genotype of RY. So now we have to work backwards. But the parents, as would be evident from here, the parents would have these alleles. So we'll have to work backwards. But the parents would have the alleles B, R, Y. So let's go ahead and work backwards, as I had just said. So for number 13, what I'll do here is, we know that one of the offspring is orange. So I'll put that RY in one of the Punnett squares. So that R, like this R, may have come from this parent, and that Y came from that parent. Well, this R could have been given to that possibility. That Y could have gone to that possibility, right? If we are filling out the Punnett square. So it's like we're working backwards. You normally would be given these parental genotypes to work from the offspring. But here you're given the offspring, and then we are working in the opposite direction. So we have that, right? We took care of the orange offspring. So we also have yellow and green and purple offspring. So let's take care of that. I'll just use a random color here. So we have yellow offspring. All right, so we'll take that Y, and I'll add another Y here. So this parent would also have to give a yellow allele as well. Not just this parent, but this parent would also have to give a yellow allele to get an overall yellow tribble. So there is a Y distributed to that box. But the only allele that we're missing here is the B allele, because there had to have been a green offspring and a purple offspring, and there are our two parents. So the answer to number 13, the parental genotype, so we have big Y and we have RY. So those are the parental genotypes. So the very, very last one, and I'll show this to you as well. So two tribbles are crossed to produce the following offspring. 25% purple, 25% white, 25% blue, and 25% red. What are the parental genotypes for fur color? Don't forget that also white was recessive to all the other dominant alleles. And so to finish that up, because there is a 1 in 4 chance that we get a white offspring, well, here's the white allele. So the lowercase w is the same shape as the capital W, so that's why I put the dash over that lowercase letter. So here, both parents had a white allele to contribute, and in order to still have purple and blue and red offspring, I'm just filling in the other white alleles here. In order to have blue and purple and red offspring, well, here's the blue offspring. The parent gave that. Here's the red offspring. This parent gave that. And then here's the 25% purple offspring out of the total. So the answer to this for the parents here would be BW and RW. So this is the answer to 14, and that's the answer to 13. Here's the answer to 12. And of course, if you guys have questions, I'm available when Google Meets. All right.